we get a lot of wildfires.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
Is this
Girl.
better? Can you hear me?
Yay!
All
No,
right. I probably had my Bluetooth headphones syncing with the computer, so I'm glad we are on.
Your hair looks great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My wife will appreciate that. So, how was your weekends? Long weekend.
Good. How about you?
It was good. Very relaxing. Did some barbecuing by the pool.
Oh, I thought you said body curing.
Oh, no, no, no.
I was like, what is that?
by the pool, he said. Yeah, Gav, you look like you got some sunburn, man.
Yeah, I mean, I have a tan for life.
Me and you both, bro.
So, agenda items. Last time we got together and pushed some change sets, like stuff from sandbox to your production. And today I'd like to cover that and show you how you would be able to make a change in your sandbox and then push it to production. And then after that, I would like to answer any of Candra's questions from the training. For example, how you would convert the lead to the opportunity, how you would add products to the opportunity, and then issue a quote to your customer.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the customer asks for a discount on that quote, how you would go about doing that as well.
Sounds good.
All right. So
I have
let's.
a quick question. I
Yes.
just noticed that our DB sync is due to renew in a month.
Uh-huh.
Do you think we should keep that going? I know that would totally be probably not a smart idea to shift that after all this work that we've done. I just wanted your guys' input on obviously that app integration and how it's going, and if there's something else, and if we should consider that at this time.
Good question. So I have worked with apps that are built on Salesforce that's not on a third-party system, which
Mhm.
DeepSync is. There's an app called FiniBooks, which is built on Salesforce.
Mhm.
You can also ask around on the success community what's a good accounting app that's not on a third-party server
Mhm.
like DB is.
That would still connect to QuickBooks, though?
Yeah, it's still connected
Okay.
to QuickBooks.
Do you think that like moving from that third-party service though to another service would be a whole new headache?
Usually it comes with your deal that you come. I mean, you have to discuss that with your
Right.
account
The
manager.
onboarding, basically.
The onboarding piece
Okay.
comes with it. And I didn't feel like the DB Sync guys were very helpful when we were on the phone with them.
I know, same here. It's just, I'm like, is this our opportunity to have an easy out? Especially if you know of other services that do the same thing and I can just compare the prices, then that might be a good thing for us, because I felt the same way. I haven't written a positive review for them like they asked me to.
I felt like we had to chase behind them to try and fix that problem instead of be proactive.
Exactly.
And come to us and say, hey, here's the solution.
Right.
I would.
Well, if you'll send me maybe a couple of those two that you mentioned, the accounting that are within Salesforce, then I'll look into that this week. Just wanted to ask you before while it was on my mind.
So let me make a note of that. All right. So let me share my screen. So this here is your sandbox environment, and let me switch to Lightning because that's what you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
And in the sandbox environment, we made some changes to the leads, when you create a lead, for example, you previously didn't have business type, product interest. We also added, if the lead is not qualified, for example, this is, you won't have that option here, but once you filled out the lead, you'll have option for whether the lead is qualified or not. So I'll show you once you go into details. You will have follow-up date. So these fields I want to push to production today. Oh, here it is, lost reason. So for whatever reason, if the lead is unqualified, we have made a validation rule for your team to pick a lost reason, and we felt this is a best practice. So if you don't select a reason, it would not let you save the record. You have to select a reason.
Great.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how you would make a change, like this change that we've made in Sandbox, how you would push that to production. So let's go ahead and do that. So in your setup, you would go to an option called ChangeSets. You'll be able to find that in your quick find. ChangeSets. Here you go. What we're doing is an outbound change set. So we're sending a change set from Sandbox outbound to your production environment. And
what would qualify as an inbound?
so let's say you make a change in your production environment in a hurry. You just didn't have time to build it in Sandbox and test it. Your manager came and said, Mary, I need you to build this right now. We don't have time to do any QA. Build it in production, and you do it in production, but it's not in Sandbox. And at that point, you can send an outbound change set from production to Sandbox, and then that would qualify as an inbound change set to the Sandbox.
Okay.
So anything that you push from production to Sandbox, you will find in your inbound change sets. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and create a new change set. For best business practice, I usually give it a descriptive name. So I would say lead disqualification. If lead is lost, select an unqualified reason. You can also put a date and time. If you're going to be doing change sets on a regular basis, I highly recommend keeping track of when the change set was sent, so you don't lose track about on which change set was which. Or you can even give it version numbers, version 1.1, 1.2. And after you created like a placeholder for your change set, now you have to add that change set. So you would go to change set component, add. So the change set was built on your lead object. So under component type, you select the lead object. Actually, lead is a standard object. So you select guys lead. Adit, feel free to jump in if you think I'm missing a step here. Oh, actually, it's a custom field, isn't it? Custom field. Here we go. So I selected custom field because that's something that I customized. It didn't come out of the box. And you select last reason on the lead. Make sure it's on the lead because we are sending it over to the lead object. And you add it to the change set.
Those are like already created, all of those options, huh?
Yes, so because I already created it, you were able to find it here. If I didn't have it created, you will not be able to find any of those fields here.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've added it to this placeholder. Now I need to upload this to production. So what I do is I hit upload. And I select, I want to send this to production. And it'll take a few seconds. Depending on how big of a change set it is, it may take up to 5 minutes. So I just got a notification saying that your change set was uploaded successfully to my mailbox. There you go. Let's go ahead and check the production environment. So I'm going to switch to production. All right, this is your production environment. So now I will go into setup, and instead of going into outbound, I'll go into inbound to find it. So in your production environment, type inbound. This is just information for first-time users. And let's hit refresh, see if it is there. It will be available shortly. Okay, it's still not available. Let's give it some time. Up till now, is this process clear?
Yeah.
So let's keep hitting refresh. At some point, it'll be available. So this was a change set that I sent on the 25th. You previously didn't have the business type, so today when you log into your production environment, you would have probably found the business type field.
What you breathe in, so it just filters all. Deployed success now. Yeah.
So that business type it'll be relevant like we wanted it to be, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Were you able to see it in your recent, recently when you were in production? Did you notice it?
I haven't even got there today. I'm still like trying to like clear my emails out.
No problem.
Cantor's like super slow at work.
No problem. No
So
problem.
you guys know.
Totally understandable.
It's been a long weekend.
Totally understand. Oh, there it is. The lead disqualification finally showed up. So you click into it. We are in inbound change sets. Oh, it's still not available. Let's give it some time. Anyway, I'm going to show you the business type while we are at it. So today, if you go into your production environment, let's go into Ian West right now.
Oh, I was just clicking on him. Yeah.
Okay. And Ian West will have
Wait, is this a real?
He's real.
yeah, he's real. Go.
So are you going to walk us through kind of daily best practices then?
Yes, yes. So let me see. Where is this business type? It should be.
What,
Maybe
this business type is already in the production?
Yeah, I pushed it to production yesterday. Yesterday on the 25th.
Oh, okay.
I think it's.
But,
I think.
But it's not on his. It's not on the inquiry form online, right?
It should. No, it's not on the inquiry form. It's. I'm gonna check to see if I put it on.
Page layout.
The classic, yeah, on the page layout, the classic page layout first.
Oh, so you're saying that it wouldn't have, the field wouldn't be filled out, but it would be available to us.
Yeah, it will be available. So we have, here it is. It's called industry.
Okay.
So we have that. It's called business type on the back end, but on the front end, we call it industry. Let's see if we can make that available in Lightning. Ian West. The details. Oh yeah, it's here, industry.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pick which industry he is in.
Great.
Right, that's available today. What I'm gonna make also available is this pick list field where you have to select a lost reason. That is so. Now,
industry has been available.
Okay.
Since the get-go, right?
Since like I've been doing it.
Oh,
and
good.
Before.
Well, then let me see.
We just haven't been using.
Okay.
Well, I feel like the drop-down options in there aren't like relevant for us.
Would probably. I feel like the industry would match.
Is that industry was a custom field, right? The pick list. Do we add all those pick lists there, Gab?
I mean, we had a pick list that had like hotel or like a boutique.
Okay. I mean, why
this is a standard field because the field I sent was called business type.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to find it here because I know I put it on there. Yes, I mean on the 25th. But I don't wanna go too far away from our what we were doing right now. So let's go back to the change set. So the change set is now in production, and what we need to do is before we hit deploy, we need to validate it to make sure there aren't any errors. So you would hit validate, and it would run a quick test to see if you can use the default error handling method, and it'll check to see if it has any errors. And so like you can check it in real time while it's doing its validation. And it's running tests, passed, good.
That one's Apex is not required.
Yep, not required. So it says it succeeded, great. So now we can go ahead and install it in your production. So Let's go back into the ChangeSet. And let's hit deploy. Yep, default. Hit OK. And now that ChangeSet's deploying, I'm just hoping nothing breaks. Oh, great. That was fast. So it already deployed. Let's check to see if it is available. Or going to, wait, then West. So you said the industry was already there. Have you guys played around with the edit layouts at all?
I have a little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of like drag and drop, right?
Yes, it's drag and drop. So now I just sent that lost reason field and you see it here.
Oh yeah, I've played with this a little bit.
Yeah. So after you send your change set, you have to go into the page layout and add the new field to your page layout. So I would throw this in probably after the lead source, the lost reason. Oh, here it is, business type. It's there. I wonder why it's not visible. Let me see. It's definitely there, but for some reason it is not visible to you. It's underneath, it's right under the company. Refresh. It probably is a permission setting, which on Mary's profile. Business type, lost reason. All right, I'll have to research that. So moving on to converting this lead to an opportunity. Do you have any questions on that, Kendra, from our training?
That I feel pretty comfortable with. That I feel fine with.
Okay, so let me switch to Lightning since we did the training on Lightning. We switch to Lightning. So in Lightning, the conversion is up here. You select converted and it converts. You can also convert by hitting the drop down and converting the lead to an opportunity. And once it's an opportunity, let's open a sample opportunity here. Oh, great. I see that you're using the opportunities. That's wonderful.
Yes, but so I think what I'm not doing yet is once I'm like continuing to email with this person and like talk with them, I'm not really continuing with their opportunity. Like how you guys made it. Well, I am like via Cirrus, but I need to continue to like work and hear more to like trace the steps of where we're at in the process with them.
Gotcha. So let's add a product. So let's say you got on the phone, your customer is interested in a product item. So you would go to the product tab right under this opportunity, and you can add a product that he or she is interested in. And you have your list of the products, you have product descriptions here. So you know exactly what 001 tin is. It's a Boulder breakfast blend. You select that. If they want another product, they want the cream caramel sample tin, great, select that. And you hit next. You can enter the prices that you negotiated with them.
Okay, so you can just enter it right here. That's
Yeah.
that price, isn't it, in here?
Yes. And the quantities that you've negotiated. So say 5 cases, 5 master cases of each. You can give it a description, say he's a returning customer. You can set a date when you had that price, when you established that price with him. Hit save.
Are you literally making an invoice at this time, or are you
Yeah. So you're
creating a potential quote?
Yeah, exactly. So you're creating a quote, essentially. So on the quote now. You need to send this to him, right? You can't send, in order for you to send what we just added, you go into quote, you create new quote. So you can do everything here except generate the quote. Unfortunately, Lightning does not have that feature yet. So you have to switch to Classic to generate it. So let's say you can say customer name, give it a date. You negotiated this on this date. It's currently present. So you're gonna present it. It's in review. So you're sending it to the customer. We'll get to how you would give them discounts after they've reviewed the quote. If they ask for a discount, I'll show you how to give them a discount. So for now, you would enter all the customer's information. This is filled in from whenever you fill your lead information or your opportunity information, it automatically populates it. And you hit save. So now you have a quote created. To issue this quote, however, you have to switch to Lightning. Yeah, unfortunately, this quote PDF thing is not working yeah. Let me switch to Classic.
If we add those products and then we create that opportunity, is that going to go into QuickBooks? Because we're still invoicing out of QuickBooks.
Yes, so from what the QuickBooks support rep told me, the moment you raise this invoice, like you send that quote, it syncs to QuickBooks. That's exactly what he told me. Like, moment you create the invoice, let me see, what was his name again?
Theology?
Yeah, Theology. Are you able to check QuickBooks in real time to make sure that is the case?
Kendra, can you?
So Theology isn't even in QuickBooks.
Okay.
Is that because we haven't chosen?
Yeah, I never hit sync.
Because you're still creating the accounts out of QuickBooks.
Okay. So this quote here, if you want to send it to the contact person at Theology, you would click into it, and you can create PDF of a quote of this quote with these prices down here. Hit create PDF, and it would create an invoice, and you can either save it offline or save an email to that point of contact. And enter the information you need in the body, just like you would send an email through Cirrus Insight. And after you hear back from the customer, if they say, "Hey, that price is not going to fly. I need a discount," you can edit one line item at a time, or edit all the line items, and give them further discounts. So here's where you would enter your discount. If it is 25%, or you can give them a discount of 10% here. So you can give them discounts by line item, or you can give discounts for the whole quote.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So you gave them a 25% discount here. So now you can recreate a new PDF or email that quote to. Wait, I'm not sure if a new PDF was created. So you create the PDF again, and now you can send them the new quote.
Okay.
I wish they would let me do this in Lightning. I'm gonna raise this issue with Salesforce, because they've been telling us in various announcements that they will make it available, but it's still only available in Classic. And I hope this doesn't like derail you from your process.
Right. Well, because technically we would be creating an invoice at the time of completing their order with them, and so then that would sync directly with QuickBooks.
Yes.
So all that would happen in QuickBooks is the payment processing.
Yes, exactly.
Which would ultimately end up saving our shipping department a lot of time and money, to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to, in order to we have to upload each product though to the customer or to the opportunity in order to utilize that product.
Exactly. So you can do that either here in Classic, or you can do that in your Lightning environment. The uploading of the product is just creating the PDF to email to your customer needs to be done in Classic.
So so if we're adding products, is that starting to create an invoice, or is that simply because we're working within the opportunity world? Or if we add products to a customer, just to an account, is that what they're interested in? What's the difference between the two?
So when you add the products to the opportunity,
that's creating an invoice.
That's creating an invoice. That's what the guy at DBSync told me when I asked him several times, what does it do?
The quote is just summarizing it to send off.
Exactly. Quote is just a summary to send out to the customer.
And do the prices populate with the products already, or do we have to put them in manually every time?
You will have to put them in manually. I believe you can select. Let me go to Theology again, just to make sure what I'm saying is correct.
Because I'd say 90% of the time they're a standard price. We don't adjust.
Right. Okay. Choose a price book. Okay. Here's how you would choose a set price. So you have your product. You can choose a price book. So your standard price book is the price book that you sent me.
Yeah, that purchase order form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So once you select that price book, I believe you won't need to go ahead. You won't see, now the list price is already on there.
Perfect.
So at that point, when you select your product, you don't need to enter the price. Bam, the price is already there.
So we're just changing the quantity.
Yes, you're just changing the quantity. So I don't know if you want to take a note to help you in future. If you want to go with standard prices, you have to choose Pricebook.
Okay.
Okay.
That's easy.
Okay, great. Anything else that?
So really, like this is the last step.
Yes, I mean after that, once they've agreed to pay and they've agreed on a price, then you close the opportunity. So Theology has a
And so is the opportunity naturally going to be closed once payment processed?
yes. So once the payment is processed, it's a closed opportunity. But I'm not going to close it right now. But
Does it convert itself, or do we have to convert it?
oh, you have to convert it. I haven't created automation to convert it yet. But that's if you would like that. That's another customization that we have to do.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it'd probably be easiest for us once payment was processed that we wouldn't have to go back in to say, okay, that was converted to be closed. But Kendra, I don't know. What do you think about that?
No, I think that would be good. Yeah, I'd much rather prefer that.
Okay.
The less steps, the better.
Yeah, in order process. Okay, so in order process, close the opportunity. Sure, we can do that.
Once the payment's received in QuickBooks, obviously.
Yeah. So that's more or less your process. You can add notes for your team. Say close so and so. This customer is.
Aren't we supposed to be getting daily emails of tasks?
Through Cirrus Insight, it's
Not through Cirrus.
okay. If you want to add a task to this, you do it here, right here, new task.
Yeah, I know how to add them, but well, I guess once I get these cleared out, I have like 5 more months of tasks to clear out. But but once those are cleared out, then we're just basically going to be double checking the tasks or a sanity check with our emails, correct?
Correct.
But then they will populate on our Cirrus platform so that we see other tasks outside of just email follow-ups.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And so that's where we would be building it out, whether it's within Cirrus or Salesforce.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you've used the inbuilt email feature that Salesforce provides. If you send an email from here, it will be logged against this account. And it will also be on your sent items in your Gmail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another really neat feature that Salesforce provides out of the box. And Chatter is another feature where you can mention someone in your team about this account. So you can tag somebody and say, Mary, please follow up.
Since I'm the only one.
Yeah, I mean, in the future, the dream is to have your
yeah.
Well, now it's you and Kendra, so
she doesn't have a. Does she have?
Yeah, we created a
one.
user account for her.
Yeah, we created her an account. Yes.
So what you I
Nothing
think what you want to do is, like, I know Kendra works on it more than you right now, right? So
yeah.
Whoever works on any of these records, so you just go in here and then message the other person, so you can do.
So then will that send
Kendra.
the other person?
And so you know who did exactly what.
Exactly.
Because right now, I think as far as like when you're talking about tasks, me and Kendra fooled around with the process builder last time around, and the task has been created from your Cirrus Insight right now, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's not been created from the Salesforce. We got rid of that task that was on process builder. I don't know why it was there, but it was there. So,
Okay.
so I don't know the new task. You did look at the links that was provided, right?
Mm-hmm.
for the series. So I'm not sure how much you understood that because you guys get to play around with those more than us. So
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty
something that you would
straightforward.
have to look at it on the series end.
So is it possible to, maybe it was an opportunity, is it possible to customize the news field to have applicable information?
Yeah.
Kind of like Google Alerts?
You got that right, Gabe?
Yeah, so it is possible to customize it. You want
Related
the
news.
task to be relevant, right, to the opportunity.
Well, no, I'm just saying that like news field, there was just a side note, so that the stuff that are populating has stuff to do with our industry.
Yes. So that you're talking about the, let me show you this
Yeah.
new field over here. Yeah. How would you customize this? That's a good question. I haven't dug deep into this because it's a automated bot that features. I will have to research this a little more how you would customize this.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think of like Google Alerts.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good question.
Because I think it's also on the, the homepage.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you need to set that up on the component. I remember doing that during the Social Lightning tour.
Yeah.
We only got to do it
There
once.
was a workshop on this, on how you would customize this bot. So that would be a good project for us to work on, Adit.
Yep.
Okay.
So then that's all clear. So once we start building out all of the information and really utilizing and filling out all of those fields, then we can actually run campaigns and have more reports to get more information.
Yes, and next week we can maybe do some reporting examples using filters, and then also maybe pull up a dashboard and put it on your homepage.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
So when you went into Chatter and you tagged the person, how was that being communicated to them? Did that would that email Kendra? Would that create a task for her, or would that go into her Chatter section?
Yes, it would create an email. It would also, I believe, you have
We have daily Chatter set up.
Like you have this notification, just like in Facebook. You will have like one notification, and then you can go straight to that post.
Great.
So we can turn off the emails if you don't want to be inundated with emails every time someone tags you on a Chatter post.
I think it's fine for now.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, usually what happens is you get a notification and then you click into it and you go straight to that post.
Cool.
Wonderful. I'm still stumped that I couldn't figure out why the business type and the lead disqualification reason is not showing up. I'll figure out why that's not happening, and I'll send you an email when I figure it out. But the good news is the change set worked, so that's how you would send change sets from sandbox to production.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else we can help you with?
Kendra?
I think I'm good. I'm a little concerned about the quotes going straight to QuickBooks, but I guess it's something.
Can you check to see again if in real time, like while we are on the phone, if that quote is appearing on QuickBooks?
I
Well,
think
that
you'd
company,
first have to sync the account.
yeah, that account isn't even synced yet.
Okay.
Which, I guess we want it to do that essentially in the long run. That's what we'll want. So.
Yeah, I don't think that we'll adopt that just yet, Kendra, but we'll probably do that once I return.
Okay. And then for getting my Salesforce to look like Mary's, is that something we'll nail down? Obviously no rush. Is that something we'll nail down later down the road?
Yes, so Mary's dashboard is set just for her because she's the sales manager. I'll have to can try to elevate your access to Mary's level of access and set the two of you as the running users on this dashboard, because right now this dashboard is only set for Mary. It's not set for you, so I'll have to do that.
And do I see all the same customers and everything as her?
You will once your access level has been elevated and I set you as a parallel user with Mary to access this dashboard.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no rush on that. Can get to it later.
Sure. And yeah, next week's meeting will be on reports and dashboards, so you can ask me all the questions you want to be prepared to exactly the good, bad, and the ugly.
Cool.
Let me see. Oh, specify user. Here it is. I'm not going to mess with this now because right now the dashboard is set to just me, which is Mary. So I can change this to, I think, more than one person.
Yeah, and we can totally tackle that later down the road. I mean, what we have going now is working for the time being. So.
Great.
They're free dashboard component apps on AppExchange Market. Real neat. We could try looking into that too.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Deep. Let's look into that on Saturday when we meet. So we are having our study group on Saturday, and we're going to look into all of this good stuff together and brainstorm.
Awesome.
Yeah, for now, I would really recommend using the chatter for you two, since you both are working on the same records and different times. And instead of just, picking up the phone and calling one another, just put a note in there saying, hey, I did this or I did that, or you need to do this, you need to do that,
Yeah,
I agree. That's been the probably the biggest shift is navigating having two people communicating with the same account in different modalities.
That way you don't even have to talk to one another.
Yeah.
Perfect. I know.
Yeah.
I talked to her, so like just seeing her on the webcam is enough.
Yeah. Remember back in the days when we used to get our phones and they would give us like 200 minutes of talk time and like 60 text or whatever.
Yeah.
Like 200 minutes of text time goes like in 2 days. And then now it's like 2 months later, you hardly use like 100 minutes of talk time. You know what I mean? Like
I know. I remember literally like having to choose who you would text back. You're like, no. And don't text me either, because if they texted you, it was also against your bill.
Yep. So, well, now you can use that feature, so don't have to talk to one another.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wonderful. All right.
Okay, well, cool.
Thank you guys so much. I think we're learning. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Step by step.
Totally. And yeah, keep learning, and I mean,
keep learning.
Don't feel afraid to go into the sandbox and play with it, because now you guys have access to it, and if you need help pushing anything that you built in sandbox to the production environment, we'll be able to help you by the time we figure this thing out ourselves. So we're also learning Lightning, just like you are learning Lightning. So because we've all been on Classic for the past 2-3 years.
Yeah, we get that. We're lucky to have just started out of Lightning and not have to have that. Sometimes the transition's harder.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we will meet again on Tuesday.
Can we actually do next Thursday instead again?
Yeah, Thursday. Sure. Let me make a note on that. Thursday at noon for me and 10 a.m. for you.
Perfect.
Okay. Great. All
Thanks,
right, guys.
Cool.
Take care.
All right, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.